Welcome to the election final, our epic search to find a true leader amongst the nation's young people. Now, behind us is one of the most famous buildings in the world, the Houses of Parliament. Normally, the Prime Minister and around 650 MPs run this place, but today, it's all ours.
And it's an ideal place for our final two contestants, Quincy and Hazel, to face their biggest challenge of all.
Yes, it's going to be turned over to an audience of young people from around the country to choose who they think will be a great leader for them.
All the major decisions affecting this country are made here. And today, that decision is whether Hazel or Quincy really has what it takes to win an election.
It's been a gripping competition to find Britain's best young leader. And each week, our candidates have learned new skills and faced a grueling set of challenges. From making an impression...
Hello, Michelle. I'm Amadee, and ambitious I am.
Debating...
It will cost far too much. £500 per mosquito.
The art of persuasion...
Seriously, man, you've got to do the hula.
And campaigning.
Come on, bye! Don't be shy!
Do that way. Bonus.
Each week, the fearsome political journalist, our series judge Jonathan Dimbleby, has sent one candidate home.
Your campaign's over. Your campaign's over. Your campaign's over.
Now it's between Hazel and Quincy, and the winner will get to meet the Prime Minister, Gordon Brown. Today, our two finalists are reunited with all 8 runner-up candidates for a special election photo shoot.
Who looks the youngest here, me or Ben?
That's right, let's have...
Thank you.
Everybody look into the camera. Perfect.
They know what it's like to be eliminated by Jonathan, but only Quincy or Hazel will get to experience what it's like being elected.
Okay, sun's come out. Fantastic.
Even though it's been weeks since they've all been together, the rivalry's still there.
They're gonna lose. Remember it. And my support really helps.
Yeah, like you're going to lose. Yeah, really helpful.
It really helps. So you're gonna lose, Quincy. Remember that.
Thanks, Anna.
It all began at the election leadership camp, where everyone was trying to get selected by Judge Jonathan Dimbleby. But at nearly 6 foot, Quincy's height was getting in the way when he was climbing Jacob's ladder.
You can't do it with both legs.
Teammate Hazel came to the rescue. And their efforts got them noticed.
Congratulations, you've been selected for the election leadership house.
You've been selected for the election.
Along with the other 8 candidates, they moved into our election house.
Whoa. Is it nice, Quincy?
Yes, blue.
Boys, who's going to go first?
They both soon made an impression.
My name is Quincy, and I think that all leaders should show confidence when they're speaking.
This vile, squishy, preposterous piece of saliva mess. Chewing gum.
And in the Hackahula Challenge, Hazel worked hard to push her teammate Hannah.
Okay, come here, right, don't give up. Do not give up.
The Houses of Parliament is also known as the Palace of Westminster. It's where our politicians make decisions for the country. And it's an amazing location to hold our election final. This is the octagonal central lobby, slap bang in the centre of Parliament. Down this corridor is the House of Lords, and down this corridor is the House of Commons, where the Prime Minister and MPs sit. And who knows, maybe our 2 finalists might end up there too. It's really quiet in here right now, but in a few moments' time, this room is going to be taken over by a group of children from across Britain who are going to vote for one of our contenders, either Hazel or Quincy. But first of all, I want to introduce you to Ray Mortimer. Hello, Ray.
Hi, Angelica.
Now, you look very important. What do you do?
No, I'm a doorkeeper at the House of Commons. Primarily, our role is security and delivering the messages to the members of Parliament when they're sitting in the House.
OK. But today?
Today, I'll be undertaking the ballot and counting the votes for the election as well.
So you'll be the first person to know who has won?
I will, yes.
Exciting. So Hazel and Quincy will have to give a speech on how to make Britain a better place for kids. But it's not the first time they've been tested on public speaking.
Hello everyone. First I'm going to start with the City Hall, which looks rather like the most huge motorbike helmet.
But losing that particular challenge meant Quincy had to face Jonathan Dimbleby.
So when it came to the festival hall, you made it up.
I think I was improvising at that point.
Improvising?
Yeah.
That's another word for making it up.
The candidates then had to learn the skills of diplomacy.
Oh.
But it wasn't a great start for Quincy.
OK. Swallow it. Swallow it. It's not going to come back and bite you.
But the oyster disaster didn't hold him back, and he proved a brilliant ambassador.
Very good. Not that spicy, but I can handle it.
When they learnt the art of debating, the candidates came up against Queen of Harsh Questions, Anne Widdecombe.
You were a real old scaredy socks, weren't you? You were scared.
I wasn't.
You shouted, no, no, no!
I didn't. I was a man.
Running titles.
And Hazel shone in the debate on our very own edition of Newsnight.
The matter is, Hazel, that children, on a whole, aren't all bad.
You just if people have antisocial behaviour, then they deserve to be punished.
Quincy, Hazel! Hello! Oh. OK, so the hard work's all been done.
Yeah.
Try and describe to me how it feels to finally be here at the Houses of Parliament.
I think that, from the first day, getting to PGL was an accomplishment for me, but getting this far shows that the perseverance and determination has taken me a long way, so I'm really excited and I want to go all the way.
OK, so you want to win?
Yeah.
You're saying that in front of your opponent here?
Yeah, it is a competition at the end of the day, so I'm going to do my best. Whatever happens, as long as I've done my best, that's all that matters.
OK. Hearing Quincy say that, does that spur you on to do even better, Hazel?
Me and Quincy are friends, but, you know, we kind of came in here for competition, so...
Yeah.
You know, we know we've got to win at the end of the day.
And how's your preparation been?
It's really good, because I think it's good that we've got it all prepared and now we're, ready for it. And, yeah, so it's been good.
Our candidates have learnt how to campaign for important causes like the Ken Livingstone Wee Wee Challenge.
Oh, no, I have no plans.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Things got a bit sticky when the teams had to come up with a campaign for fair trade chocolate.
I think I'm going to drop it.
But Quincy presented an impressive pitch.
1, 2, crunch. Now, the name was very important because we needed a name that was catchy and snappy and stuck in children's heads.
Which gave his team victory. And Hazel had to prove to Jonathan why she should stay.
I'm not as overpowering as I was, and I think there's still something in me which could win this competition and is not ready to go.
By week 8, we were down to the very last 4. And the candidates proved just how persuasive they can be.
Just this could be put into that bag. Okay? Yeah, okay. Good.
And when it came to their publicity stunts on Oxford Street, they both put themselves well and truly out there.
Come and save the mystical Komodo dragon for extinction!
Join in our hammering campaign, guys!
But a defeat for the boys meant Quincy had to go head-to-head with Jack in the elimination.
Well, we didn't mean for it to fall apart.
I'm sure we didn't mean for it to fall apart.
Yeah.
No one ever mean for it to fall. It fell apart, didn't it?
Well, you could say that, but it was
I
just
am saying, I want you to acknowledge that's the fact. Whatever the reason might be, it fell apart.
Yeah. But he got through by the skin of his teeth.
Jack, your campaign's over.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, wait. I just realised we're not going to be doing it on a microphone.
And finally, they had to inspire the people of Edinburgh.
I believe I can, I believe I will, I believe I know.
We're all in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars.
There's no doubt Hazel and Quincy have proven their leadership qualities, and whoever wins will get to meet the Prime Minister, Gordon Brown.
I really, really want to win this competition. I've done so much. I'm so passionate about winning it, and I feel like I could actually make a difference.
It would mean so much to me to win this show because I've actually achieved all the tasks and pressure that we've been put under, and to win would just be fantastic because I know that I can change Britain.
Masses of young people from throughout the country have descended on Parliament. They'll vote on Hazel and Quincy's manifesto of 3 serious policies and 1 fun policy. Normally, you can't vote until you're 18, so today is a unique opportunity. And Hazel and Quincy's families have been given pride of place for the proceedings. Our first candidate is Hazel, and here's a little bit more about her.
I'm Hazel, I'm 14 and I'm from Hampshire. One of my favourite hobbies is dancing. I love doing it and it's really fun to just let yourself go. La 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 la.
I think Hazel should win because she's a great leader.
My unique selling point as a leader would be that I'm really confident and I'm ready to listen to every single person's opinion, no matter what it is.
Hazel is a born leader. Even since we were really young, she's tried to organise my life, and I'm the older sister.
If I had £1 million, I would give all my family a bit of my money, and then I would give some to charity, and I would put away some for university, and then I also would go on a bit of a shopping spree.
Vote for Hazel.
Vote for Hazel. She's a very determined girl and can always be relied upon to get the job done.
Vote for Hazel!
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce Hazel. Now, our second candidate is a young man called Quincy. And here's a little bit more about him.
Hi, my name is Quincy. I'm 14 years old. I was born in Sweden, but now I live in England, and I just love basketball. Obviously, basketball is my #1 passion, but I also do really love playing the piano.
I think that Quincy should win because he's smart, intelligent and a born leader.
Well, as a leader, I believe that we need to be sharp. Whoa, looking good. Like in the blazer. You walk into a room with a suit, you think, this guy knows what he's talking about.
He's been in the school council for 6 consecutive years and people generally have confidence in him.
If I had £1 million, well, that's a lot of money, so I'd have to use it wisely. So I'd give some of it to charities, specifically children in need. But of course, I'd give some to myself, new clothes and some bling. Like this, except with real diamonds.
Vote for Quincy!
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce Quincy.
They're smiling now, but both Hazel and Quincy had to come through really fierce opposition to get this far. Now, the time comes for them to put forward their 4 big ideas that would make, in their view, Britain a better place for young people and therefore for everyone else as well. First of all, Hazel, you've got 2 minutes to come here and put forward your manifesto.
Hey guys, I'm Hazel. With your help, I'm going to change Britain for you. Now, why do children start smoking? There's one main reason: appearing cool like an adult. Now is the time for us to change this. I would start a TV campaign showing smoking as an old person's habit. Spluttering, yellow hands, totally uncool and repulsive. Together, we could save 450 children a day taking up smoking. Now for another issue. We all want to have fun on the streets, right? OK, imagine. I'm a car at 40 miles per hour. Bam, I hit you. Only 3 of you would live. Now I'm a car at 20 miles per hour. Bam, I hit you. 97 of you would live. My plan is to cut speed to 20 around schools and everywhere children like us live. My next issue is bullying. Every 7 seconds in Britain, someone is bullied. What if we had a different school just for bullies, so they could change their behaviour, so in just 1 year, it turns a bad guy into a good guy? Now, here's a fun thing. Let's have 1 day a year where we swap places with the teachers, see how they like to be told off for a change. And finally, guys, please can everyone stand up? With my policies and all your support and ideas, we can make all that happen. Everyone in the audience, please stand together with me, rise to the challenge, and we will soar into the future with a new, better Britain for us kids. Vote for Hazel.
So, Hazel would launch an anti-smoking campaign, bring in a 20-mile speed limit, create schools for bullies, and have a swap with your teacher day.
Quincy, now it's your turn to make your pitch for leader with your manifesto.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow pupils, do you get fed up with the bad press young people get? I know I do. Therefore, my first policy is the Youth Award Scheme. This seeks to recognise and accredit young people's educational and extracurricular achievements at school by encouraging them to take responsibility in selecting, planning and leading activities that are based on their interests. This in itself is highly motivating and would keep young people off the streets, but the sense of achievement when they gain that youth award will be the icing on the cake. The leap from primary to secondary school can be daunting. Therefore, my second policy is the Gateway, good approach to education. I propose youth classes to help pupils know what to expect. Topics could include healthy living, making a positive contribution to your community, and being a strong enough person to avoid drugs, crime and bullying. My third policy is called the Greenway. This is a system that records the amount of materials recycled by students. The school that recycles the most would receive learning resources from the local council. Finally, for my fun policy, wouldn't it be great to eat in class? Wouldn't you love a bit more bite while you write? Nibble and scribble might just be right. I believe in hard work and perseverance. We are the next generation. If you like what I stand for, let me be the voice of young people of Britain. Vote for Quincy. Thank you.
So, Quincy would create a youth award scheme, introduce Gateway youth classes, give rewards for recycling, and have a nibble and scribble at school day.
You all have now got to make your decision. But before you make the decision, your chance to raise any of the issues that they have raised, to test them and see which you like best. Who wants to come in on this, first of all?
This is for Hazel. Don't you think that putting bullies in several schools is a bit hard?
Because what I was going to do is, in the separate school, they won't be treated like prisoners or anything. They'd be treated really fairly and nicely, and they'd be given, like, extra counselling, and they'd be given a really nice time in there to try and, like, solve their problem.
Yes, right here on the left at the front, Jack.
Quincy, I like the idea of the food in class.
Yeah.
But if one day they can't do it, isn't it going to cause disruption and people are going to be demanding that they want food, or they're not going to learn? How are you going to...
Well, actually, because I said it's just a trial, once we know that children can cope, like eating in class, then we will know if we can do it again.
With the striped T-shirt, black and grey, down towards the end.
About the smoking one, why would this smoking campaign of yours do what the others haven't done?
Well, instead of sort of saying, like, stop smoking to children, because obviously that never works, because it hasn't worked at the moment, we're, like, trying to change the image of smoking, so put it into children's heads that it's totally uncool to smoke, and it's, like, an old person's habit, so it's, like, totally uncool and, like, repulsive. And if that image is everywhere, then hopefully it will stop children.
The questions are over, and it's now time for the audience to make their decision and vote.
You seem so relaxed.
Yeah. I'm really hyper, so it's like taking away all the nerves. It's like, woo!
Yeah. Well, how did you feel when you were up there, when you were standing presenting your ideas?
I don't know. I mean, like, I thought I'd forget it, but it all just sort of came flowing. I was like, okay, woo, woo.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. It was really fun.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
You did really well.
Thank you.
You can see them voting now. Does that make you a bit edgy?
In some ways, I mean, some of them are looking at me in a weird way. It's just, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what's in their mind, but I can only hope for the best. Yeah.
Well, I've got to say, you're looking sharp, boy.
Yeah, thank
you're looking sharp.
You know we do.
I thought they were both really good. I was like, I'm like choose the end of my pen now because I didn't know what to choose for.
They did well. I wouldn't have been able to do that. It's good.
I thought they were both really, really good. And it's such a hard decision. It's like Quincy or Hazel, and that's really hard. I thought they were both great, but there was a clear winner for me.
Order! Order! It's been a long, hard journey for Hazel and for Quincy. And I think, and I bet you do, that they've done fantastically well. Angelica, over to you.
Ray, the doorkeeper, has counted and verified the vote, and we have a winner. Can you both please stand up? I can now tell you that Hazel received 42 votes. Quincy received 55 votes, which means he is the first ever winner of election.
So the majority of the audience have voted for Quincy's policies, and he's our first ever election series winner. As his prize, he'll get to meet a very special man, the Prime Minister, Gordon Brown, at number 10 Downing Street.
You know how we do, you know how we do, you know how we do. That was nice. That was nice.
Today's the big day. Quincy's off to number 10, and he's getting chauffeured down to London by Jonathan Dimbleby's personal driver.
Bye, Mummy.
Bye, Quincy.
Bye.
Good luck.
Thanks. Bye. It is like a dream come true because from the day that I saw Election, I just did everything that I could to get onto this show, and I've worked so hard. I mean, since going up that Jacob's Ladder and now to this, I mean, I'm just really happy. I've also got my famous watch from the final, see?
He might not be 007, but with such a bling watch, getting to number 10's got to be done in style. Fourteen-year-old Quincy from Milton Keynes has made it to number 10.
Thank you.
Following in the footsteps of 51 British Prime Ministers who've passed through this famous door.
I'm actually quite nervous.
I'm a bit nervous too.
You look great.
Thanks, you do too.
But this is about you.
Yeah.
But I can't believe we're in the cabinet room.
Yeah, I know.
It's fascinating. But Quincy, you're a man who knows his ideas,
yes,
knows his own mind. Yeah. I'm sure you're going to charm him.
Okay, thank you.
But this is where I leave.
Okay.
Because you're all on your own, baby.
Okay. Okay.
Good
bye.
luck.
hear you like basketball and music.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And you've got all these ideas about how we should change.
Yeah, I do.
What's the biggest one for you that could make a change immediately?
The main one is the Youth Award Scheme, because it's all about encouragement and helping young people.
So if they do something good, extracurricular, that they get some points.
Yeah, they get rewarded for it.
And then what do they get as the reward?
They get learning resources. So if they know that there's something at the end.
Computer or something like that?
Yeah, or a book or...
Yeah, have a seat, have a seat.
Okay, thank you.
What do you think of this place?
Yeah, it's
pretty ancient, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, first I'd just like to thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to do this election programme. So.
You won the competition, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you were in one of the House of Commons rooms, did you?
Yeah, we had an election. Well, actually, each week we had to do a challenge, and then each week someone would get evicted. But then in the final...
like Big Brother, is it?
Yeah, I didn't know that you knew Big Brother. But...
What is it? I'm not that.
Do you watch Big Brother? Or?
Not as much as perhaps other people.
Yeah.
But I know about it, and I've seen some of the things. But so what did you speak on the last time you spoke at the House of Commons?
I presented my 3 policies and my fund policy. And then after that, Jonathan Dimbleby.
He's good.
Yeah, he is. Well, actually, in the House, he wasn't. He was quite harsh. Yeah, I was scared of him.
He's tough on me as well.
Yeah. What do you do in your spare time, and what do you think is the best thing about being Prime Minister?
The best. Well, I suppose we don't have much spare time. So
Okay.
But watching football on television, going sometimes to the theatre, watch films. I really like watching new films.
Yeah.
But most of all, we've got 2 young children.
Okay, so thank you, Prime Minister, for taking your time to
call me Gordon, please.
Oh, I can call you Gordon?
I can call you Quincy.
Okay, I'll call you Gordon then.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gordon, for taking your time out to do this interview. So I'd just like to thank you. And I hope to be back here someday. So.
Well, best of luck in everything that you do.
Okay.
It may not be long.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Quincy. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
So Quincy joins the ranks of all the great world leaders Gordon Brown has met at number 10 Downing Street. And who knows, maybe someday he'll be back.